that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Welcome to Platinum Explosion. What do I say?
You say, honestly, welcome to Platinum Explosion, the #1 PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. And then some other stuff.
Whatever he just said, well done. I literally could not say the opening this week for some reason. It's you know why? Because behind the scenes, right? So usually on my laptop, my file where I write notes for Plat, it is one file, and up the top it has the intro written. No, 60 x amount of episodes I've said it. Well, probably 50 something because I've like missed a couple, and this is episode 63. So I've said it for 50 something times.
Yeah.
And I still have to read it directly off my notes because at the top of my notes, like intro is obviously the same every week. And then like the outro is obviously the same every week. And all I do is like fill in the gaps between the top of the notes and the bottom of the notes. But because I did the notes for this episode at work, everyone, dear listeners, today, they're written on paper. They're written on paper. I didn't have my laptop. Old school. And I wrote on here, welcome to #1 PS show, Oceania's something, joined by name and name and name. And that's how you write podcast notes. I literally couldn't remember what the fuck I say. It's like your mobile number.
Concerning?
Do you know, like it's your mobile number. Like if you go to say your mobile number, it's like you can say it in like one dribble, but if someone was like, what is like the 4, 5, and 6 numbers? You're like, you have to kind of say it from the start. You know, you have to be like 04. Yeah, it's like it's a weird key thing in your brain. Anyway, joining me this week, Ashley Hobley.
Hey, I'm here. Surprise.
How are you this late evening? We're recording rather late for what we usually do, but
it's gonna suck tomorrow. But
what time do you have to get up for work tomorrow?
5:30. I have to be at work at 6:30.
This is why Ash is the champion of the Explosion Network. Look, he turns up.
I turn up. That's my best quality.
And he's willing to do it at times that, you know, it's disastrous. He's the one here. Without Ash, you would not have this episode up on time. There simply would not be an episode going up at 12 o'clock on tomorrow.
Sometimes you just need to exert effort.
I want you to know I appreciate your effort, Ashley.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you. Everyone tweet at Ashley Hobley and tell him how much you appreciate his effort. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Let's jump into the first quick news story. So PS Plus games for June have been revealed.
They have.
They'll be going up tomorrow, next go, whenever they go up. I always forget because they moved the date. They used to go up on Tuesday, like the games store update.
But it was like a
Tuesday.
Late Tuesday or something.
Yeah. And now it's like weird. It's like late Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure.
Don't know.
I literally don't check it anymore. I used to stay up until like midnight all the time. And like if a game was coming out or a DLC that I was excited about, I'd stay up to midnight, check the store, refresh it until like 12:30 a.m. and it would get updated and I'd download and buy the games I want to. I don't do that anymore because I'm too old and I'm in bed or I'm busy fucking editing something, you know, like...
Or you're sensible and realize I can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, or I can just do it from my fucking phone now. I don't don't need to sit in front of my
alarm
PS3.
at 1 o'clock in the morning. It'll be ready by then, probably.
Yeah, it's fine, exactly.
Yeah.
So the PS Plus games for this month are XCOM 2, PS4, Trials Fusion, PS4, Ghost Recon Future Soldier, PS3, Zombie Driver HD Complete Edition, PS3, Squares for the PS Vita, and Atomic Ninjas for the PS Vita. Now I'm gonna.
Atomic Ninja sounds familiar.
Really? I was going to say, I only know 2 of those fucking games.
Okay. Yeah, I only know 2 as well.
From the ones you know, which are obviously the PS4 games, are you excited to check out either of them?
I have actually played XCOM 2.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah. I finished it. Or almost finished it. I got to the last mission and then it crashed and I never went back.
What, on PS4?
On my PC.
Oh.
Yeah.
On your PC before you got all the viruses on it and killed it. All the taskbars.
Yeah.
So, do you want to jump in on PS4 and try?
Yeah, it's fun. It's an easy one to do other stuff while you're playing, like one of those ones. Like I could listen to a bunch of podcasts while.
Oh yeah, podcasts.
Obviously, the tactical stuff.
Yeah.
The turn-based nature makes it easy to do that sort of thing.
The only XCOM game I played, was XCOM 1, the Vita port.
Oh, okay.
and it ran like crap.
It ran like rubbish from what I heard. Yeah.
But I remember getting so excited because RTS on a handheld is like really, really great because you can you can do it while watching Netflix or you know anything like that. So it works out really well. So I was really excited for that, but it just ran like absolute poo. So I didn't get very far.
Well, you know what they say. Every PS4 game is a PS Vita game with remote play.
Oh, please don't. Please just don't. I don't know if I'll give XCOM 2 a go simply because of the time thing, but it's nice to know they'll have it, of course.
Yeah.
Trials Fusion, if of all the games, I could see myself jumping into Trials Fusion for a couple hours maybe. Just because those games, they're fun for the first couple levels. You hit the point where they become ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
And then you throw your controller into your TV or you just stop playing.
Probably option 2.
Yeah, it's the safer option is option 2. Have you ever played any of those, like the bike physics thing?
I think I played a little bit, like on Xbox or something. There was one on, and I also got into the mobile game, which is pretty much exactly the same thing. So
yeah. Did you? There was one like I don't know what it was called. There was one like back in the day, years and years ago. It was like a free PC game or like a Flash browser one or something along those lines.
It would surprise me.
I used to play it. Like it was one of those games in primary school or high school, one or the other, that like the school server hadn't blocked, you know?
Okay.
So because it was one of the games people could get onto because the school server hadn't blocked it, everyone went to it and played it all the freaking time. Because it's like, what else you going to do? Play solitaire when the teachers aren't looking?
Solitaire's pretty fun.
Because like either this game or like people like passed around USBs with copies of like Doom and like shit on them that you could just plug in and
one
play.
extreme to another. No, from one... Yeah, you know what I meant.
Try and block something when it's on a USB, you fuckers.
Little motorcycles all the way to violent doom.
But Vita games I probably won't check out. No. PS3 games obviously I'm not going to check out unless someone tells me that fucking Zombie Driver HD Complete Edition's a really easy platinum, at which point it can get added to the list of possible platinums I'll go pick up on my PS3 still. But my pick of this month is going to be Trials Fusion. You gonna go XCOM?
I'll say XCOM. Yeah,
you're going. Either way, I feel like it's a decent month.
Yeah,
it's not like a great month.
Month.
It's just like it's a XCOM Trials. It's like they're decent games.
Does it mean something? Does it mean something? Let's get into that later.
No, let's. We can talk a little bit E3 in a minute. We can get a little bit E3.
Foreshadowing.
I just noticed because of the paper notes, and I've stapled these several pieces of paper together. Like they're not loose. I get to do like a cool little rip and like chuck that one away. All right, on to the next page.
Rip.
Melbourne is about to become the esports hub, Ash. Did you know?
What?
Have you heard?
Yeah,
have you heard the news?
I did hear the news.
Okay, so what if you don't know, here's what's going to be happening. Let me break it down for you. Everyone's on Twitter is getting all excited. Melbourne eSport Hub. What's it actually mean? So in September this year, they're doing a Melbourne Esports Open. It's going to be taking place nicely, and I think this will help it in the bye week before the AFL finals.
Yeah, it does add a boost.
It adds some sort of boost, I feel like.
Yeah. Or reduces the competition is probably the better.
Yeah. It allows more people. You could be like, oh, AFL fans aren't really gamers. Ash, Kieran, fucking whoever. Yeah, that's not really an argument.
We like sports and computer games.
People, I don't like
sports.
It happens. I mean, I like esports, but I don't like it. So it's being held at the Melbourne and Olympic Park, or Melbourne Olympic Park, whatever it's called. Partnership between TEG Live and ESL. TEG, I didn't know what that is. I looked it up. It's like it does a bunch of sporting, like actual, quote unquote, actual sporting events and stuff. But I didn't know what it
sports.
is. Yeah,
or OG sports.
Yeah, like a bunch of other stuff, like events and stuff. They do a bunch of normie events. And
live
ESL
action
is
sports.
Yeah, live action sports. And obviously ESL is the esports league. So Herald Sun reported in their article they did on it that the showing could include games like League of Legends, Overwatch, and Fortnite, which would be, they are three of the biggest games in the world.
Yep.
So that would be a decent showing. And at the moment, they're trying to get in international teams, but they don't know who they could be bringing in. Because, of course, they want to bring in international teams to try and draw a wider audience than just like local Australian teams. Although people, big fans of the different games will obviously turn up to support the local League of Legends team and stuff. But the problem comes in when you get down to this. League of Legends, Riot Games has a like league, a sanctioned league and rules for what they do with their stuff. Overwatch, Blizzard has the Overwatch League, the OWL, as the kids call it.
Yeah.
Ash, I don't know if you've seen everyone on Twitter talking about owls these days. It's not fucking Harry Potter. It's a bunch of stupid, nerdy first-person shooter characters.
We've messed up. We ordered so many owl figures at work, trying to sell them. We thought everybody was in house.
Oh dear. You're like, is that Harry Potter characters? Oh no.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Newsagent owner.
No.
It's Overwatch.
You mean owls aren't the big trending item? Everybody wants owls around their house? No.
That's really weird. It would show up on the computer like that too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. That's
Yeah.
funny. And then but the Fortnite currently doesn't have a sanctioned league thing. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, because you can, it's like Fortnite, they can basically do whatever they want. When they're talking about bringing over international teams and even local teams for League of Legends or Overwatch, you get into like the rules of what they can do tournament wise, especially when there's money involved. Because you can be you can put on like a casual, what do you call it, exhibition match type thing, you know? It's like no money. It doesn't like break outside the rules. But the moment any of the teams are playing for money outside the sanctioned leagues, it's the same for like normal sports or anything like that, I assume. Pretty sure from my base knowledge.
Yeah, I imagine there would be some sort of control that Riot and Blizzard would have.
Yeah.
If they were to go ahead with it, which I assume they would.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. I think this is exciting, and this is so September. Decent time, good time. Tickets are going to go sale June, see how much they cost. So if tickets are going to go on sale, they'll have to probably announce something, what they're going to be doing at the time. But this is a legit thing that when they announced, I was kind of like, I'm interested. Like, I might want to go to that.
Yeah. And
I would go to it without even being a fan of like all the esports, you know? Like, if they're only having these three, like if it is legit just League, Overwatch, Fortnite, I've got my League of Legends background, so I could easily enjoy watching all that, because I used to be really into it. Overwatch, I don't really know what the fuck's going on, but you know, it's like when you're there, you kind of get into the, you know,
the spirit.
The spirit. You pick a team, you fucking bow. You know what I mean? Like it's like anything
real
else.
sports, like live action sports.
Yeah. See, it's like you pick a team, you go to, and Fortnite is pretty easy to understand. I feel like Fortnite's the most accessible esport, because it's just, I mean, you might not understand the minutia of what someone's doing with their weapon picks and like what they're building and stuff, but it's pretty simple. You're a person, you survive, you try and kill everyone else, you win. Like it's easy to pick up and understand. So I feel like this is a really good event. This is good for Australia. We talk about a lot on this show, but it was a lot when we first started as well. I brought up esports a lot. I don't talk about that much anymore, because I kind of leave it for Kieran to talk about on early late nights.
Twitch.tv/Explosion Network. Tuesdays and Fridays, 6:30 PM Australian Standard Time.
Yeah, because he talks about esports a lot on there, so I don't bring it up as much. But this is something I was kind of like that's excited for, and I would be, depending on the ticket price and like what else is happening, and like of course PAX is not long after it.
Yeah.
But it's like if the tickets were cheap enough and I could pick up cheap flights, this would be something I would be highly interested in going to, especially the first time it's on, because I feel like it could be, if it turns into a really special event, kind of like whatever it was, the Counter-Strike one that was on in Sydney, which is currently like the biggest Australian event that we have happening. Yeah, esports event, like money-wise and exhibitioners-wise, and like people turning up, because that thing's for like $300,000 worth of prizes, I think, or something, which is not like Dota 1 million international.
No, it's
like,
pretty good.
League. It's pretty big for our up-and-coming Australian league, I feel. So this could be something, not to challenge that, but of course to add to the building esports roster. So I'm excited. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's probably, Melbourne's probably the best place for this kind of. It feels like the gaming scene is pretty big in Melbourne. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I feel like, a lot of game developers and that are around that area. Obviously, PAX is based out of Melbourne, so makes sense. It'd be interesting to see if it's just going to stick to those 3 games, or maybe add in a couple of fighting games. I mean, obviously that's,
well, we don't know. We don't know if they're not
confirmed.
confirmed, so it's just like the rumored. What the Herald Sun reported. So
and, probably Rocket League. They've got that the televised deal at the moment.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
So that makes sense.
Channel 10, yeah.
And you probably maybe throw in like something like a FIFA. Obviously, that'd be pretty simple for people to understand. I know the A-League's got a league, an E-League, so maybe just some exhibition matches or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the best way to do it is you want to bring in the actual esports fans, of course, but then you want to make it accessible as well for the gaming audience that plays video games but hasn't tuned in to watch esports, to turn up and get into it, because there's still such a high level of people going, oh, that's stupid, like gaming's not a sport, blah blah blah.
Or the parents who have to bring their kids along, who are taking their kids.
That's another thing. I believe you could drag along, like as we were talking about before, like once you're there, you kind of pick a team, you get into the spirit, you back for it. I reckon you could drag along your, like in certain cases, family members who don't play video games, and it would just be like literally like a live action sport. You know, they'd sit down, they'd get into it. That's a term there, live action sport.
Yep. That's what we're going to call it from going forward.
I'm not letting that one go. It was too good. Would you want to go to this? You probably won't because of the money.
I probably won't. But if geography wasn't an issue, probably.
Yeah.
Just to be there for the first time, that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, you're obviously like into sports more than me, so do you reckon that's?
It'd be interesting to see how it'd be set up, just to experience it, I guess. Yeah. Have you? I don't know, because we talked about like early Pleasure Explosion episode. We talked about esports a little bit and stuff like that. I don't think you said you like hadn't watched any. Not much. Or like, just bits and pieces.
Have you watched anything like within the last 6 months?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay. Because
whenever I try down, only what's on early late nights with Kieran Marchand, Twitch.tv Explosion Network.
Whenever I try and like tell people like how big and epic and like how like, because people are always like, how do you set up, like what are you watching? It's like, well, giant fuck off screens, obviously.
Yeah,
you need giant concert level fucking screens for it to work. You're not trying to stare at the monitor of the person that's playing. That would be silly. But yeah, whenever I try and tell people like to see what esports can be like on a level and how excited people can be, it's like look up like League of Legends end series or like Dota end series, you know, something like that, with like World Championships where they fill stadiums, the hugest stadiums in America and stuff like that. It's great though. I'm excited. All right, let's move on. It's great. I don't do this every week because the noise will probably get annoying, but this week is what we're doing. All right, so this is coming out on Tuesday. In case you didn't know, E3 is indeed kicking off this Sunday. If you thought E3 was still a week away, you're wrong. It technically kicks off this week. Kinda.
Yeah, if you include Sunday in this week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people that actually kind of like says Sunday's the first day of the week, but...
Yeah, so it's next week.
Yeah, but most people like to argue that Sunday's the end of the week.
It's ambiguous.
Yeah, it's up for a debate. But if you're on the calendar's side...
Yeah,
which I'm
next
not...
week.
No, well, wait. E3 soon, everyone.
It's less than 7 days away. It's
less than 7 days away. Is the point we're trying to make. It kicks off 4 a.m. Sunday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Not too early. Not the earliest that you're going to be getting up if you're doing all the shows. Not the worst, but 4 a.m. is like doable. So before we kick into some more E3 hype stories and stuff to go through, some things to cover first. This year, we will be streaming all of the concerts. Concerts? The concerts. Well, they will be concerts.
Who's playing at Bethesda this year?
Who's playing in this live action sport?
No, literally, who is Bethesda having at the end of their conference? Didn't they have like a Blink-182 last year?
Who's at the end of Ubisoft's conference when they announced Just Dance 2019?
Usher.
No, it won't be fucking Usher. It's gonna be someone random like fucking Cardi B carrying a baby out or something.
Lord.
Oh yeah, sure, Lord, maybe.
Post Malone.
I'm buying Just Dance. Got my boy.
Willie Nelson.
Okay, well, maybe not the audience they're trying to go for. But yeah, this year, twitch.tv/Explosion Network, we will just be live streaming as we're watching the what do they call them? I'm literally forgetting what they call
Press conferences.
The conferences, thank you. Press
Live
conferences.
streams.
Whatever.
Everybody's got a different name for it.
Yeah, so if you wanna watch along with us, you can do that. Twitch.tv/Explosion Network. Last year, of course, we just recorded the reacts and cut them out, put them out afterwards, which we will do again this year. Cut them out, put them out as full. Don't know, some combination of all those sorts of things will be happening. But if you want to watch along with us and chat along with us, that is going to be an option that you do indeed have this year. Or if you just want to go back later after you've watched the show and watch it along with us, that will of course be an option too, because the video doesn't,
because internet.
It's the internet, and you can go back and do that the day after if you want to do all that. That's what's going to be happening. And next week, also in housekeeping news, Platinum Explosion will not be posting on time. Much like last year, we will be moving it and doing an episode the day late because the PlayStation conference is on Tuesday.
I guess later on Tuesday.
Yeah, so it'll be going up late Tuesday night. However, 1 p.m. roughly Australian Eastern Standard Time, we'll just be recording the podcast live on Twitch.
That makes sense.
Straight after the Sony conference, we'll just jump on
and we'll do fresh reactions.
Yes, we'll do our fresh reactions and we'll do the show live. I'm saying 1 p.m. because the conference is at 12.
11?
Well, no, 11, sorry. Yeah, it's at 11. So I'm like 12, 12:30, hour and a half, 90 minutes. You know, it's like roughly. So 1 p.m. roughly, Platinum Explosion, fresh reactions. And then the episode will, of course, go up sometime within the next 24 hours.
Yeah. Let's give ourselves some wiggle room.
Yeah, but that's how it's going to be. All right, let's jump into some last second news stories on E3 because, of course, the leaks and everything else has been happening. And then we're going to jump into some
freaking leaks.
Number one, on Twitter, Jaden Pryor, the number one housekeeping of E3 predictions, when I sent out a tweet before, he made sure, don't forget to mention that Borderlands is apparently coming out. Like, they're remaking.
Never heard of it.
I never heard of this game. I hear he's a fan of this game. I didn't know that.
Small indie niche.
Yeah, it's a very niche game, Borderlands. Never heard of it.
No.
But so Korean's game classification system has rated the Borderland Game of the Year edition, quote unquote, for current gen platforms, meaning Xbox and PlayStation, not Switch, sorry. So this is a potential leak of it coming out, unless the Korean board system is something you don't want to trust. Maybe not.
Which Korea?
South Korea.
Okay.
So I don't think it's North Korea. Kim Jong-un's just like, I love Borderlands.
I love Borderlands.
I need that game, classify it. It's the one video game
he hired Randy Pitchford to remaster it so he can play it on
Randy
PS4.
Randy Pitchford has the meeting that Donald Trump wouldn't have. That's how it all worked out. That's how we got.
Yeah,
that's how we got the
with,
Borderlands collection.
Dennis Rodman. Yeah.
Yeah. But so if you're like, oh, this is weird, why would they be putting out this? The Handsome Jack collection is out. Handsome Jack collection does not have Borderlands.
2 in the pre-sequel.
It was 2 in the pre-sequel, exactly, for some weird reason. Like,
because those were the ones with Handsome Jack in it.
Yeah, but wouldn't you just like do all 3 of them and just call it like the Borderlands collection?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, or 1 and 2.
Then they wouldn't be able to double dip several years later.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, I suppose it's just the Handsome Jack because the popular character. I suppose it makes sense.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, so this is apparently a thing that's going to be coming out. Talk about Borderlands a little bit more in a moment. EA has also announced that they're going to be showing some Anthem gameplay with a new trailer showing off the story, creatures, and characters. Are you excited to see Anthem, Ash?
Yeah, I'm keen to see more Anthem. I mean, it was announced last year, we've gotten barely anything since, so. And EA needs stuff.
Yep, they certainly do. I mean, we've got literally nothing, and EA needs a good press. BioWare needs a good press.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm excited. I mean, like, I played a lot of the first Destiny. I really enjoyed my time. I put over 100 hours into it. I didn't even bother with the second one because it just didn't look. It wasn't as exciting as the first one was when it came out. Obviously, it's like at the time, Destiny was new, fresh, exciting. Let's go. Destiny 2. It's like more of Destiny. I'm like, I did Destiny. I'm over this. Anthem from that trailer we got last year, kind of different enough different atmosphere, even though it was like kind of samey. They're like teasing like it's Destiny-like, but I'm like BioWare, so I'm hoping the story will be better than Destiny, obviously, by the pedigree that we're looking at there, hopefully. So I'm excited to see some more of that. Then on to some leaks and confirmations of the Great Wallmark leak. Assassin's Creed is indeed, possibly, maybe, coming out this year, maybe next year. But Assassin's Creed...
It's been confirmed.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey leaked when... I wrote down the name. So a website called Jux Video. It's a French video website anyway. They posted a picture of a key ring that they've got their hands on.
They need to keep their merchandise more secure. Like, need to lock down their warehouses. They need to have staff. They have security guards patrolling 24/7. Because, was it last time there was a T-shirt that revealed it?
There was a T-shirt or something. Yeah. Now this is where I want to. Let's dive straight into this. Everyone's kind of saying, "Oh, this is going to be a next year game." Do you really think there's key rings and stuff out there already? If it's not releasing this year,
No, it's this year.
Yeah, that's my argument. It's this year. It has to be this year. No store is receiving...
Unless they're giving away key rings at E3 or something, is the only thing I can... Like, free merch, cool promotional merch is the only reason.
Yeah, if that's literally the explanation, I'm like, okay.
Okay, I believe it.
Okay, I get there. But no store is getting sent fucking key rings for a game that's not coming out until September, October next year.
Yeah. Unless it's like they're moving it till earlier...
March or something like that. I mean... That would be odd, but they're in a weird time. I guess they can do whatever they want. So the game is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is weird because, of course, Mario Odyssey. Lots of great memes came out of this name. I was quite enjoying them. Lots of great crossover memes. It's very, very good. The game is set in Greece and is rumored to contain chat choices and a lot more RPG-ish stuff. They're building
prequel to Origins.
Origins, but apparently it doesn't have Bayek or whatever those characters. I didn't finish Origins. I'm sorry, I don't remember the girl's name. The wife, Bayek. The wife. Sorry, I like the game. I didn't get to finish it. I just never got around.
She's a person, Dylan.
I know, I just can't remember her name. I'm lucky I remembered his name. I don't know how I remembered that name. It's probably wrong, and I'm just saying it's the name. It's probably not even his fucking name. All I know is it starts with B. There you go, good for you. So the game got, like, key ring. Everyone's like, it has to be real, Ubisoft dived on the bomb. They put out, like, a 4 or 5, whatever, second teaser that just showed the game's logo, and then it showed a character. It may or may not be the actual main character, 300ing someone off a cliff. Now, in my eyes, that's Ubisoft 300 kicking whoever fucking leaked the key ring off the cliff. But there. Yeah, so what do you make of all this story? Excited for some Greece?
Sure, why not? Greece is cool. I mean, it's not going to be God of War, which is disappointing. There's no gods or anything.
Yeah, no, there's not going to be. Well, they had like gods in Origins, or kind of like pseudo. They had like snake monsters and...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know, like all sorts of weird stuff.
Get some Cyclopses or some Hydras.
They had some supernatural elements, so...
Get some Hydras.
Just saying, maybe.
Some Pegasi.
Pegasi? I don't know if that's a word.
What's the pure of Pegasus?
There's only... I don't know. Hercules only ever had one.
I'm sure they were more.
Disney didn't teach me.
Yeah, bloody Disney.
I rely on Disney for everything I know in the world. Help me. Yeah, so Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we'll be seeing that at Ubisoft's E3 conference, obviously. Cool. It's like, after Origins, you of course expected they're going to make more. It's still ridiculous that it leaked. It's absolutely... It's like, there was on like such a high ground after Origins. It's like, here's a new age for Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft, and then... back to the old shit. We're just back to the old shit.
It just can't keep anything secret.
No, they can't. They really can't. They
which is funny for a game about secrets
and a bunch of crap. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But this is of course one game, another game confirmed off the Walmart leak. Another one following that, officially confirmed off the Great Wallmark leak, was this week. Lego DC Villains was also officially announced with a 1-minute teaser trailer, and that was another game on the list. Walmart debacle list thingy there. So there you go. That's another thing. Looks like Lego. I'm more excited to look at this one though, just because it's all the DC villains, and that seems fun. Like,
have you heard the premise?
Hey,
have you heard the premise?
No.
You create your own character. your own villain character.
Oh, really? And then you do missions
And
for
then
like
you
the
do with
Joker and
yeah.
whoever. I'm cool. I'm
I
down
guess
for that.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds interesting.
You gonna play this?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. My little brother would love it. I think. Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. With the villains
What?
and everything, but
Really?
yeah, I'm sure
It's
he'd
still
like
Lego
it. Yeah.
though. It's
Yeah,
still
he
Lego.
won't
Man.
care.
It's like they're fun. They're fun. Does he like grab most of them?
Yeah, we played through a fair bit of Marvel superheroes. Yeah, so
I didn't play any of the Marvel ones simply because I don't know. It's just like I get so much Marvel stuff that the Marvel ones just didn't interest me. And like as much as I like watching the Marvel films, it's like I don't have a great attachment to find those characters as charming and funny in Lego form for some reason. You know, like it's just it doesn't hit that part to me. Whereas, you know, like something like Star Wars when they're being because I have such a big attachment to that, or the DC universe, it's when they turn them into funny little Lego characters and they do jokes at themselves and that sort of stuff. I find I can attach myself to that a lot more so. DC though, great, sure. But yeah, so it is another confirmation. And the last game that was quote unquote announced, I mean, it was announced, but we don't know fuck all about it yet, is Bethesda did spend a whole 24 hours of a Twitch stream showing a what the fuck is it called? Bobblehead, Pip-Boy bobblehead. It was standing up at the start of the stream, then it went to nighttime. They pushed him over, they put a blanket on him. It lasted for a whole 24 hours. I actually it was like nearly midnight, and I was editing something or doing something or rather on my computer, and I had the stream just open on my laptop. Randomly just opened it for like 5-10 minutes just to see if anything would happen while I was staring at it, you know, just as like background.
Yeah, sure.
And I didn't even know if it was getting close to 24 hours, but I happened to tune in at the exact right time to tune in when they did the official reveal. So I was like, well, that's fucking good timing. Yeah. So it was pretty good. They walked in, they took away the statue and like refocused the camera because the lens was like all out, and then they refocused it, and it's like, oh, Todd Howard standing there, you know, hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. We've had a total of like the number of people who are tuned in to watch this stream over the 24-hour period was ridiculous because there was nothing happening, and at all points whenever I checked it, there was like 90,000 plus people watching nothingness, which is silly, but at the same time it's just people fucking around in the chat, and I don't know. Like I want to know, but the chat's so full and going so fast. It's like no one's actually talking to one another. They're just all
shouting into oblivion.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite ridiculous, but they were quite happy, obviously, with the number. Todd's like, we had X amount of fucking ridiculous amount of people tune in, and now we're going to announce our new game, blah, 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 and it cut to the trailer. You've watched the trailer, obviously?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm presuming
Fallout Battle Royale! Called it.
No, please don't do that. So the trailer doesn't show much. It goes through a vault. The vault is then revealed to be Vault 76. It shows a vault dweller with the numbers on his vault clothes. He puts on a Pip-Boy, and then it kind of just zooms out and we get the tile screen, and the game's called Fallout 76.
Yep.
After the trailer came out, Jason Schreier from Kotaku said that what he knows about the game, or what he supposedly knows about the game, is it is a online survival-esque Rust-like game.
Yeah.
Rumored. That's the rumored what the game's supposed to be, which would make sense because it is obviously not it's not Fallout 5, it's not Fallout Los Angeles or Fallout colon what, like Nova City. So it's not like one of the mainline
not
Fallout games. Yeah, it's like it's a spin-off, so they're trying something different. And it makes sense, I guess. It's weird. I'll be intrigued to see. What do you think about this whole idea of a Fallout online survival
It makes sense, I guess. It'd be interesting to see how many people are in each world, I guess, and how big the world is that you're going to be exploring. Because I imagine it'll be a pretty solid map, like a Fallout. It won't be like computer generated. No, like procedurally generated. I mean, I imagine it'll be pretty designed, I'd imagine. Or at least, yeah, so assuming there'll still be bits of old civilization for you to explore and stuff. So, and it sounds like it's going to be more 70s based from what I've read instead of like 50s influenced.
Yeah, because they were like, I did look it up and I can't remember now. It's like, because there is information about Fallout 76 you can find on like the wiki, because the vault is mentioned in Fallout
Several
3.
times. 3 and 4 apparently.
3 and 4 apparently, yeah. Because like as soon as the Twitch stream ended, I was like, well, I'll Google it, because I know that they mention other vaults in those games, and of course there was a mention, but it was just like, I remember it saying something like 20 years before or after like the vault opens, or that was out longer or something. Anyway,
So
there's
it's
some
meant to have opened 20 years after the nuclear war.
Okay, yeah, so they were
So
out
it would have
a
been
lot
like
sooner.
one of the first ones opened.
Yeah, they were like one of the very first ones out then, yeah.
Yeah.
What exactly that means? Well, I suppose it means this. When in Fallout 3 or 4, when you awaken, there's already civilizations and cities and towns and all this sort of stuff set up, and you go out and you go to them. Like there's that huge town in the last Fallout, there's the town Megaton in 3 that you can blow out, of course, all these sorts of things. The Commonwealth is set up. So I suppose the thing is, in this game, you'll be taking place and you're the first settlers in the post-apocalyptic wasteland, and it's going to be up to you to build the towns that you adventure in those other games, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, well, you're not going to actually be building Megaton and whatever else, but
Or are
like,
you?
Maybe, yeah. I suppose that's the thing. But that makes sense as like
Yeah.
a premise for a game, and like if that is the actual way it's going to go, that you are like the first settlers, then the whole like online survival other players, like it kind of makes sense story wise as well to have that be the main gameplay element. I feel.
Yeah.
If that's really the way they want to go about it. The only thing that scares me about it, of course, is that the Fallout 4 building civilization thing was trash.
It was pretty bad.
Very,
So
very
hopefully
bad.
that's what they've been working on. They're like, if we can fix this and make it good, we can.
I hope so. I hope they
Have-
didn't even
we have
like.
something.
I hope they just started from scratch. I don't even want them to be like, we just tweaked the engine or something. You know, like.
No, yeah.
Like if it's not,
Similar
if it's all from scratch.
Just the assets are fine, but it's just the actual.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need the game to look amazing, no, but like, but I hope they picked it up. Would this be something you'd be interested in playing?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see after the conference.
See after conference. Depends what it's like.
Yeah.
Does it depend if it's
Yeah,
like
it's
too
pretty-
hardcore? Like if it's pretty hardcore,
if
then
it's
you're like,
pretty
nah.
hardcore, probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's like you can play it kind of casually, then
Yeah.
it might be something worth jumping into. I'm probably along those lines as well. Like if they're like, this is like a hardcore, you need to like get 5 fucking friends and like you know, like you need to be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you need to be on every night playing this. It's no, I'm not down for that. If it's, I can jump in by myself or like
Yeah.
with a couple of people if I want to. If I, you know, I can put 50 hours in it and be done with it and experience some sort of story. Because of course that's the other thing I want to know. Like, am I going to have
there-
some sort of story?
Yeah.
Substantial
Based on the
story.
games it's inspired by, I'd say no, but it's Bethesda, so.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, it's a Fallout game. I need substantial story. And if not substantial story, I need substantial like lore, and like was just talking about with the whole like being part of the people building the cities. Like that just opens up so many elements for cool lore building. Like even if not proper story for your character, just
Yeah.
lore building for the other Fallout games I've already played. But I mean, we're going to find out soon enough.
Yeah.
Less than 7 days, some would say.
Some would say that.
And the last bit of news on this is that it's apparently going to be coming out 2019. EB Games Australia put that up on the release date thing. It said 2019. And EB Games is usually, if they don't have a solid release date, they just say like TBC or like question marks when you pre-order it, that sort of thing. But this one had 2019 written on it. I don't know if it's still there. It feels to look now, but that's what it was when they originally put up the pre-order for it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's fine. Like, you can announce, let's not go crazy and say you can't announce a game at E3 and put it out 2019. That's ridiculous. But would be good. It would be different for Bethesda because, of course, Bethesda has been on this thing of being like, most of the games that they've been announcing at E3 have come out by the end of the year or like
Yeah.
close enough within like 6 months after their cons the last couple times. So we'll see how it goes. All right. On to the next one. Let's do.
Okay, it's
some
currently
E3.
TBC 2019.
See, it's 2019 though.
Yeah.
That's a year that Bethesda didn't give. So take that with a grain of salt. But I think that makes sense. 2019.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust EB. They're no warm up.
Yeah, they're no Walmart. We can't trust them. Let's see how we go. Let's do some E3 2018 Get Hype Monuments sponsored by Pepsi Max. This is inspired. I spent today, earlier this morning, on my way to work, and then at work I finished off the episode late tonight while there was no one there and I was doing my cleaning and whatever else. The latest episode of Kind of Funny's Gamecast where they did their E3 yearly predictions. Fucking weak dogs though, doing it a week out. Fucking rubbish, you know. Like real podcasters do it a month out and then get everything fucked up by all the leaks. That's how you do it. These are the years of doing it wrong. Tim Geddes, Greg Miller, Joe Petty, get out of here.
Yeah, doing too easy. Too easy.
Hey? Yeah, it's too easy.
Easy mode.
I was enjoying listening to the episode though, because E3 predictions are just fun to do and they're fun to listen to, and E3 is an exciting time as a video game fan.
Yeah.
You know, it is literally Christmas if you're a video game fan. It's fun to get hyped. It's fun. It's fun to talk about. So then I posted in the Kind of Funny Down Under group after listening to the episode, and I said, I want your version of Tim Geddes' Gatorade hype moment for E3 2018. Crazier the better go. And I thought it would be fun now to go through what everyone wrote. I've already replied to basically
you're taking
everyone
these comments that no one authorized you to use in this show. And,
yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. They don't need to authorize it.
No,
like it's my fucking post.
Like, is it like public? It's
yes,
like public
it's my post.
consumption. There's no legal. It's like
Sue
news.
me.
Is it like newspapers? How they just use people's Facebook profile pictures now?
Yeah, it's fine.
when they
Facebook
get
leaks
murdered?
everyone's information anyway, so it's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
Hey,
I'm on board now.
you're on board? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. You post your shit on Facebook, you basically give up your life. You don't get a choice. You don't get a choice. So I thought it'd be fun. We're gonna go through these people's comments. And have you seen this post I made?
I saw the post. I haven't gone through every single.
You haven't gone through it. Okay, that helps with the situation because of course I've been talking to people and replying to people, but it'll still be fun.
Keep
to
up the ruse that it wasn't for a podcast.
Well, it wasn't at first. And then it was. It wasn't, and then it was. It wasn't, and then after
then
I
it
got
clicked.
once I got above X amount of replies, I was like, "There's enough here to make a segment for the show tonight." So, got him. Use you. I'm just going to use you all. What I want you to do is, because I asked everyone for their get hype moments, you need to rate 1 to 10 plausibility.
Oh, plausibility. Okay.
Plausibility, and then tell me if you would also get excited. But we're just we're gonna plausibility, and then if you'd get excited for this thing.
Okay.
We'll see how we go. All right, so number 1, new Dino Crisis and a Mass Effect Andromeda DLC. Now, Dino Crisis game plausibility 1.
Yeah, it's 1. Yeah, at E3 1.
Yes. Mass Effect Andromeda DLC.
Oh, 0.
Yeah, 0. I'd put Dino Crisis in front of it.
Yeah.
That shit ain't happening at all.
Like some random person could be making a Dino Crisis game and they just release it during E3. Andromeda DLC is dead. I'm sorry.
Yep.
There's no chance.
That shit's not happening. And if either of these things got announced, personally, wouldn't care really. How about you?
Indifferent. Yeah.
Indifferent. There you go.
Boy.
You ready for this one?
Sure.
The AH-64 is announced for DCS World.
I don't understand what any of those words mean.
It's a flight sim thing. Because of course it is.
I'll go 5.
Plausibility, 0. I've never seen.
I don't know what's in that PC showcase.
Some like. Oh, I watched it once. They didn't announce fucking anything. They announced like an AMD chip and a fucking doobie-doo and some gigabyte RAM and talked about hexapexters and, you know, the texters and shit, but
Texters?
they didn't announce no fucking games. Devolver announced more fake games at their thing than the PC conference did. It's ridiculous.
It could happen.
Excitement.
0.
If this got announced, 0, yeah.
No. I'm excited for Nick.
Yeah,
Nick, you be excited if it come out.
You got another one too. Mercenaries Playground of Destruction is getting a ground up remake. To which I then trolled him in the comments and said, I said, "Oh yeah, that game was on PS3, wasn't it?" And then he was like, "It was never on PS3." And then I posted a picture of Mercenaries 2: World on Flames, which was a poorly panned sequel to the game he's on about. And then he said, "That was Mercenaries 2, a streamy pile of shit compared to the masterpiece of the original." And I was like, "I fucking got you, played you like a fiddle." But I never played either of these games, to be honest.
Me
I don't know.
neither.
I don't actually know what they're about. Plausibility 1, I guess.
No, I'll give it a 2.
It's an EA franchise, so
It could happen.
Pandemic made it according to the logo here. All right, I'll go up.
What
I'll
are
go
they
up to
doing?
a 2.
What are they doing now?
Something,
Not
I feel
much.
like, but I just can't put my tongue on it. Aren't they involved with fuck, I don't know. 2, sure, 2.
Yeah.
New Splinter Cell, like the original 3.
Oh, that's a lock. It's on the
Splinter Cell plausibility 10.
10.
Yes. How hyped would you be if it was announced?
Yeah.
Indifferent.
I mean, yeah, probably indifferent.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
like a
huge.
stealth guy, so
I've played a couple of the Splinter Cell games. I'm not a huge fan. It's like they're fun, they're cool. I'm not like a super attached to Sam Fisher character. I understand that a lot of people are though. But on the Gamescast episode of Kind of Funny that this was inspired by, have you listened to it?
no, I haven't listened to it yet.
Greg pitches the idea of they showing like they put out they put the goggles of that you think Sam Fisher, and it comes up and it's like a black guy or like a girl, it's like someone who completely obviously not
Sam
white
Fisher.
male Fisher, like something like that. But then the reveal at the end of the trailer, he said, is it's like Batman Beyond, and he like goes into a room and the younger character, and then like an old man turns around and it's like Sam Fisher training up the new kid.
Does
kind
he
of
pull
thing.
down goggles?
Yeah, no. He's like, Ash is like, as far as I'm concerned, and whenever someone talks about Splinter Cell, all I hear is like people pulling goggles down. That's what this game
Yeah.
must be about.
Or he has like glasses with like the three dots.
I would be down for this though, because that's a cool concept.
That's a cool concept.
like,
I
when
don't
I-
think
when
it's
I-
gonna.
when-
I don't think that's what it's gonna be.
It's
It's
probably
gonna
not.
be
It'll-
another Sam Fisher fighting.
Yeah,
Got to
yeah.
infiltrate something else.
Yeah, you're 100% right. But the idea had got me more excited. So if they announce a normal Splinter Cell game, my excitement level is probably going to be about 5. You?
4.
Yeah, this is fine.
Boy.
Look, PlayStation Now lets you download games instead of streaming and is available everywhere. To which I replied, I would love to just be able to use it, lol. Because of course Australia
Yeah.
doesn't actually even have it. So if PlayStation announces PlayStation Now available in Australia, that will be not at the conference, but it would be part of E3. They could announce it there, like behind doors somewhere. You never.
Yeah.
It could be a thing. Well, they could announce it on the
They
stage
could.
a bit like it's available
wanna-
everywhere. Like they want to talk it up. So
Yeah.
plausibility 4.
Yeah, pretty low, like a 3 or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
think it's been very successful for them.
No,
so.
my
I don't know
my
if they
level
wanna
of
push it.
my level of interest myself would be like, 5 maybe.
Yeah, 5 or 6. It would change. It probably wouldn't change much when you think about it. How many games are you going back and playing?
Yeah, no, but there's been times where I've been like, I kind of wished I had it.
Yeah,
Like there was times
I
where I
guess
didn't want to.
chasing those platinums.
But I
help
wouldn't
with
have to
that.
plug my PS3 in. Like I remember
That's
when
true.
I had that idea of. It never happened, but like a year ago, where I was like, I might want to go back and try and finish the first Ni no Kuni,
Yeah,
and it was like, well, if I had PlayStation Now, I could just stream it, but now I have to plug in my PlayStation 3 and get the disc and all this sort of stuff. So there has been rare occasions where it would have been handy.
This way, boy.
He said, no way in hell that this is all possible, but Bethesda's rumored sci-fi RPG is a licensed Star Wars game. Ideally, you would level like Skyrim, where you art boxed into one character type, like a Jedi or Scandrel. Level of potential for a Bethesda sci-fi RPG. So what he's talking about is Starfield, which is
Yeah.
Bethesda's sci-fi
or
thing.
star something, whatever.
Yeah, I wrote it here. Starfield, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Potential for that being a Star Wars RPG?
0.
0. Level of interest, if it actually was
Like a 10.
10. Yeah, exactly. 0 to 10, exactly.
Yep.
Boy.
Says The Elder Scrolls 6, full mod support on consoles, no online bullshit available now.
I don't think it's. I think they could just do a teaser. Like, oh, look, it's a person holding an axe with a helmet. And then 6 at the end. But I don't think we're going to get Elder Scrolls 6 today or anytime soon. Especially with 70. Bethesda's plate's pretty full now with 76. Potentially Starfield. And I'm sure they've got some other shooters and stuff.
Yeah.
Show off. Yeah.
I will give it potential 0.
I'll give it a 1.
I mean, there's no way with a Fallout. And all that other stuff. 0.
Like I said, they could tease it.
Get hyped if they actually announced it. 8.
Yeah, maybe a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Boy.
Crossplay with Xbox Live enabled, including account sharing across the same games. Potential 0. Sony will never let crossplay happen.
I think it's like a 2 or a 3.
We can't even change our fucking names, Ash, which is the response I gave him. But I said,
I mean,
we can't even change our fucking names.
It isn't.
Boy.
Well, that's a technical problem. It isn't a technical problem to have crossplay. So, but I don't think they're super not keen on it, and I don't think they want to back down on their stance.
Yeah? Well,
Yeah,
it's possible. If they announced it,
like a 4 or a 5. It
Yeah,
really doesn't make that much difference.
Yeah, no,
All it means is Kieran won't have to
Yeah,
buy
play
stuff for
PlayStation.
PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
Boy.
Mag 2 with Battle Royale, 256 players in one match.
I know, like a 3.
Yeah, I'll give it like a 1. I mean, it's a franchise.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something
Technically.
you reveal at E3.
Yeah.
I don't think it's big enough.
Level of interest, if it was actually a thing.
Like a 2.
Yeah. 1
Sorry.
again. 1 again. I don't really fuck you.
Boy.
Crash Team Racing remake. Potential 7. 7.
Yeah, maybe a 6, 7.
Because of
It's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good chance.
Because of how well the trilogy did. I
Yeah.
feel like it's up as its chances. Level of interest.
Everybody
if it
was demanding
announced.
it. Yeah,
Yeah. What would your level of interest be if it was announced?
I don't know, maybe a 6 or a 7.
10, Ash.
Is that the right answer?
10. 10 is the answer I give you. This is like this is why you want to tune into twitch.tv/explosion network, because if they announce this shit, we're done.
bananas.
We're packing up. We're going home. We're losing it.
We'll already be at home, but we're going back to bed
Yeah. We're done.
because
we
we've
don't need,
been dreaming. We need
don't
to wake
need any
up.
more. Don't need any more streams. Don't tell me I'm dreaming.
Boy.
PUBG is announced and available immediately. I followed up and said for PS4. He said yes. So PUBG for PS4. Potential.
It's plausible. I don't know what the deal was with the Xbox. It feels like it's been a year. Yeah, they announced their exclusivity a year ago, didn't they? So
At E3 last year. So yeah.
So
Level of interest.
like a 4.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wanted a battle royale game, I'd play Fortnite
Yeah, exactly. I would say potential.
or
7.
Fallout 76.
I'll say potential 7. Interest 1. I've got it on Xbox and PC. Like, I don't. If
Yeah.
it's on PS4, I'm not fucking buying it as well. Like, there's literally no need. It's not like it's going to be an easy platinum or anything. So
No.
there's just I haven't won a single chicken dinner ever. So I'm not going to platinum the fucking game.
Boy.
Says PlayStation Now is officially the same as Xbox Game Pass, and there is no way to subscribe to, and there is a way to subscribe with it, along with PS Plus at a solid discount. Also, it's worldwide, none of that American only BS. Also, a teaser for the Pokemon game releasing after the Let's Go games that reboots the series with redefined combat systems, intelligent storytelling, and player choice. So let's start with the first one, another PlayStation Now one. Chances of PlayStation Now becoming like Xbox Game Pass.
0.
Yeah, 0. Sony's too stubborn to fucking like ditch that
No.
ship and
Their last 2 games are massive selling. Why would they want to give you a subscription to them? Yeah.
potential. My interest, if that was actually a thing,
Pretty high, yeah. Like an 8 or a 9.
7, 8, something like that. I guess, yeah. And the Pokemon one, chances of them showing the teaser for the new Pokemon game after. I'd say
Showing a teaser that's pretty high. I think like a 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Being what he wants it to be, pretty low.
Pretty fucking low. Yeah, I'd say the chance of the teaser, I'll give it like a 9.
Yeah.
Because they like we know it's coming next year, but they can show trailer for it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I feel like you can show a teaser for it, not give away too much, and still be like, here's all about the Pokemon,
Show the
Pikachu
Pokemon
and Eevee games.
cool
Like
in
these are the ones we
3D.
want you to buy, but here's the teaser for the one next year still, just to keep fans happy.
Look at the pretty graphics, yeah.
Yeah, look at the pretty graphics. What he wants though, chances of that, 0.
Yeah, they're not going to revamp Pokemon, especially
that's not
the first time it's coming to console.
Yeah. That's
Console in air quotes.
Boy.
He says NRL 2K19 announced for November.
0 chance.
Yeah, I did reply and say, don't you like the ones you get at the moment?
There is no chance 2K picks up the NRL license.
Yeah, there's absolutely a
if
potential
they did,
0.
If they did, it would be a 10. I'd be pretty pumped for that. But
Yeah, I know you would be.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, potential 0. My interest level 0. Obviously, your interest levels. What number? You 10?
Yeah, I'll say 10.
Fucking hell, yeah.
2K, an actual studio that has a pedigree of good
Sports
games, like top quality sports games, tackling any Australian sport would be pretty cool.
Yep. I mean, well, it's not going to happen though. But
It's not going to happen there.
It says Vanquish 2, Mario Party in the vein of 1 or 2, and a Rocksteady Superman game. So let's start with Vanquish 2. Capcom potential.
I don't know, a 3. I don't even know what Vanquish is.
Oh really? It was like a
Western
third
game?
person. No, it's a Japanese company. Yeah, it's the same company, isn't it? Like the same company that does. Wasn't that fucking like the same company as Bayonetta and all that stuff? I think maybe, or that like a Metal Gear Rising.
Platinum
Platinum, yeah.
games, yeah.
It's a Platinum game. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's like a
Yeah.
third person
Okay.
like combo system. Difficulty level was at least somewhat hard. I remember it did critically well. Commercially, I don't really know, but potential 4.
Yeah, I'll say 3.
My interest level 2. I didn't actually play the first one.
Yeah, mine would be a 1.
Yeah, I know of it, but I've watched videos and saw people. I know people that loved it, but Mario Party in the vein.
Platinum's too busy. They're making that Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, that's what I care about more. So fuck your Vanquish too. Mario Party in the vein of 1 and 2. Potential 0.
Really? I'd say Mario Party's pretty like
No,
a 5
in the
or a-
vein of 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah, of that it's like a 1 or 2.
Yeah. I'm giving that shit a 0.
What,
They're
like
just-
a board game? What, like a board game with the? Is that what he
Yeah.
means by 1 or 2?
Yeah.
It's 3 or 4. Lift it up a little bit more. They could do it.
I'll lift up to a 1.
They could go back to the original format.
Maybe.
So this freaking car crap.
Interest level if they announced it. Obviously, not very
5
high
or a
'cause you don't have
6. Yeah,
Switch.
5 or a 6.
Yeah, mine would be like
Just add to the library.
7. If it had online play, 8.
Yeah.
A lot lower if it's only local. Rocksteady Superman game.
I feel like that's a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna say my potential 6. I know there's lots of rumors about it, but I just don't believe it. Like I don't believe that it's true
Yeah.
because I just don't understand how they do it, and I just think it's one of those things. I'm like, it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like I'm fully expecting Rocksteady to walk out and it'll be the Suicide Squad or maybe it's the Justice League, but you don't control Superman or something. Like in my head, Teen Titans, fucking something, like anything.
Bruce, they're doing the Avengers.
Yeah, no, please. I mean,
I'd be super excited, like a 9 or a 10 if it was true.
Yeah.
It is true.
If it was actually true, my excitement level's 10. That's
Yeah.
enough where I flip my lid moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm gonna get really excited whatever they announce because who got the E3 prediction for Rocksteady? You, me, or
I think it was Kieran.
Did Kieran get it, little fucker? I'm really excited to see Rocksteady, and I 100% believe we're going to see what the game this year is, because it just makes sense. Like, you can smell it in the air. It's been long enough. We need to see what their game is, what they've been working on.
What if it's
excited.
Superman VR?
Oh fuck no, please. No, I would actually prefer just like a legit.
Yeah. Okay. Just a picture.
I would take it,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be as good as.
Or like it's just a segment. You just fly
Yeah,
around
I'll take a
Metropolis.
segment in the game. Fuck yes.
You just fly
Like,
around Metropolis.
It's available now
Yeah.
as a teaser for the actual game.
Yeah.
No, you get me
That'd be
too
pretty
excited.
cool. Sorry.
Potential for the Superman thing, though, I'm going to say is a 6, just because I don't believe it. I can't believe it to be true. I just don't understand how they could do it, and it would be too, like, if it was real, 10 out of 10 and 10 10. Get hyped. And then he said, oh, and the Force Unleashed 3. Potential 0. Excitement level if it was announced. Honestly, if they announced it, my excitement would be... Well, actually, let's be fair.
Are they
If
even
announced
canon anymore?
They're not canon. That's the thing. So that's why the potential is 0.
Yeah, because they're not.
Well, actually, I'm going to raise it to a 1. They could potentially redo that story and try and fit it in. So I'll raise it from 0 to 1.
Okay, so Force Unleashed remastered, recanonized
So just call it the Force Unleashed again.
again.
Yeah. Well, not again in the time. But like the game's just called the Force Unleashed.
Oh,
You got
what?
But the other thing with this is like Sam Witwer, of course, is Starkiller in the game.
Yeah.
He's Mole these days. Like that's it.
In the
character
animated
he's
series,
playing
yeah.
in canon and Star Wars now. And then, like they couldn't do the Darth Vader thing, and Starkiller's now like the name of the planet. So there's like all sorts of weird things. But so the chances of a Force Unleashed-esque game that's very much Force Unleashed but not Force Unleashed, 1. The chance of a Force Unleashed 3, 0, because it's not canon anymore, and they're not going to make a not canon game. It's just not going to happen. My excitement level, if they did announce a Force Unleashed inspired game that's not actually 3, 7. Like it's not the thing I want the most, but like it would be a cool Star Wars game.
I like a 5. I'd never gotten to the Unleashed games.
I played the first one, really loved it, got the platinum. I started 2 on something, never finished it. I got it on Steam now. I always had the idea of going back to play it, but
Yeah.
maybe one day. You know, it's like it's always there. Could be a stream one day.
Stream.
Do.
Boy.
I want to see new Rocksteady game and Borderlands 3. So skip the new Rocksteady game because we just talked about that. Borderlands 3.
It's been delayed, hasn't it? So I think
That's what this.
they could show something.
I don't believe that it's going to be there. Chances of it being there, 10. Randy Pitchford's a lying son of a bitch. He said that the game's not going to be at E3, which translate in Pitchford language to it's going to be at E3. Exactly.
Okay.
Excitement level when they announced it, 6.
Yeah, 5, 6.
Like, you know.
Jaden, what's your answer?
His answer is 10, 10, 10.
I think it might be 11.
11. He's like, it's fucking 11.
Boy.
PlayStation All-Stars 2. Probability.
Like a 3.
Yeah, I'll give it a
It's pretty
4.
low.
I'll give it a 4.
I mean, they could do it, but it's not likely.
No, it's not like level of interest.
Like a 6 or a 7 if they make
Yeah,
online multiplayer pretty fun. If they change, like, it just depends on how much they change the
yeah.
actual fighting segments, I guess,
Yeah.
or the format.
I reckon if they made it more fun and less trying to be Super Smash Bros. And just made it more of like a fun fuck around with a bunch of characters that you love from PlayStation, 8. I would be way more excited for that. It's probably like a 6 if it's very much like the first one and trying to be Smash Bros. I'd still play it because it's a bunch of characters.
They should just make it PlayStation All Stars Party. Just have a bunch of
that'd
mini
be-
games
that'd
with.
be good. I want the PlayStation character racing game.
Yeah. So have like a racing segment, have the All Stars built into it somewhere. Have them playing different sports or something. I don't know.
I'm down.
Live action sports, yeah.
Boy.
Now, this doesn't have quotation marks, but he is like, this is quotation marks. We here at Rocksteady know there's been a lot of rumours about our next game. People say it was the Suicide Squad game, a Return to Arkham, a story about Damian Wayne, a Superman game, and even a Justice League game. Pause. Well, true. It's true. Pause. All of it. Cheering. would like to introduce you to DC Multiverse, multiple interlocking stories where you can play through from the point of view of some of your favorite heroes and villains from across different DC franchises. Every character plays differently, every character fights differently, and depending on the choices you make, every character's story is different. Take a look. Trailer players, crowd erupts, pre-orders skyrocket, internet finds a reason to complain.
0. There's no chance.
Yeah, probability...
I'll give it a 1 because that's we're not going to decimal points. So I'll just round up.
I just think it's too much. Like, that's just not.
Yeah,
It's not. I mean,
it doesn't make sense from any standpoint.
At any point, sorry. However, if I'm going to give 11 to anything out of excitement level, 11 to this.
Yeah, 11 to this.
That would be
pretty sweet.
That would be take away all of the video games. You've done it. We don't need other ones.
It's like a service game, like a subscription. I don't know.
I don't even know. It's like an MMO, but I like it.
Except it's single player.
Except it's single player. It's great. Yeah, 11 for that.
Boy!
Said FIFA Street 2 HD remaster for Switch.
No. More of a chance of them releasing a FIFA 3 or a rebrand.
Yeah, I skipped these ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sports games, whatever. 0-0, I don't know.
Yeah. Probably like a 2, maybe like a 5 for anticipation. Be pretty cool to see.
Boy.
Sly. I presume he means Sly 5. I'm just standing on, but all he wrote was Sly.
Or a Ratchet and Clank-esque remaster of 1.
Yeah, I'll take that. That would be good. That would also be really, really great. They did tease Sly 5 at the end of 4. Like, there was a setup and there was like a hidden trailer for it, like a teaser trailer and like the extras if you 100%ed the game. So like they were setting it up. They're like, what the fuck is that company? Hanzaro.
Yeah.
Don't know what they're doing at the moment, really.
Don't
know. So maybe. Potential. So since you just said Sly, I will opt in either the option of Sly 5 or like the Sly Ratchet and Clank remaster. Potential 5?
Like 4?
Yeah, I feel like it's not possible because
possible.
the Ratchet and Clank did well.
Yeah.
That Sly movie was still supposed to be a thing.
It's still... I thought it was an animated series. I can't
I
remember.
thought did they change it? But that was announced the same time as the Ratchet and Clank movie. Of course, Ratchet and Clank movie came out and they used the cutscenes, like combined it, all that sort of stuff. They could do a very similar type event.
Fun fact, it's on
Sly.
Netflix right now. If you want to see it, the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Oh, okay. I thought like it was like the Sly one's out, and I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Ratchet and Clank one yet, so I might actually do it. But I mean, I was really excited for it, but then I played the game and I was like, it uses like all the parts from the movie and stuff. I'm like, you're basically playing it, but you're not. It's weird. But maybe.
Yeah, apparently, there is a TV series in development. There was a movie, but because of
there was a trailer and everything.
Yeah, because of the poor performance of Ratchet and Clank, they don't know if it'll ever be made.
Oh, rip.
Boy.
Says Max Payne 4.
It's Rockstar. They're not going to announce it at E3.
Yeah, potential. No, it could Red Dead, so 0.
Yeah, it's 0. If it happens, maybe like a 4 or 5. It's not like a game that's important to me.
I'd give it a 7.
Yeah,
I quite enjoyed 3. I know a lot of people hated it, especially big fans of 1 and 2, but I really like 3. So if they made enough 1,
it was
that
a
was
bit
like
of a departure of 3, wasn't it?
yeah, it was like a shaky cam, weird like movie-esque type noir. Like it was a different story wise and gameplay wise and everything. But I really enjoyed it. If I got more like that style, more than 1 and 2, then yeah, sure. 7. I'd be down. Probability of it actually happening though, 0.
Boy.
Said brand new Kid Icarus game on the Switch.
Well, it's like a 5. It could happen. I don't know how the last one performs, but I remember it being pretty critically.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give it a 2. Interest level
Of all their catalog, it'd be pretty low on the list too.
I feel like they've got a lot going on, and they announced Yoshi and all this sort of stuff last year that hasn't even come out yet. And
yeah, it's only like a 30-minute segment.
Yeah, and they got Bayonetta coming out, so yeah, 2. Interest level if they announced it,
Like a 4.
6 for me, I guess. Yeah.
Boy.
I said Dead Space 4, which I then replied and said was actually one of my E3 predictions.
So 0. No.
I feel like because I used it as an E3 prediction, I have to like stick to my guns and say probability of 8.
Yeah.
Like I can't go below. You know, like I used it as a
Yeah.
prediction, so
Yeah.
I can't go below. But to be fair, I did say that like it wouldn't be numbered. It would just be called like Dead Space, and it would be continuation, but not try like it's still taking place after the other ones, but it's not a proper sequel type thing. So
Yeah.
my interest level, if it was back to the roots of like Dead Space 1, 2, 10.
Yeah.
How are you?
I don't know, like a 4. I'd be excited for you, but
I'll be very
myself.
sad. I absolutely love the first 2 Dead Space games. When Dead Space 2 came out, I was head over heels excited right up to the midnight release. I got home, I played it until like 3 or 4 a.m. Like I fucking loved those first 2 games. 3, fuck out of here, 3. Fucking shit. So there. Thank you all for letting me for giving me
I've got
permission.
2 from Twitter if we want to.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was 2 from Twitter. I forgot. There was Buddy. I had him open on my phone too.
Okay.
I forgot.
Yeah. Buddy Watson says Siphon Filter remastered.
Yep. So, what are you going potential?
I'm going to say 6. I think Blue Point's not doing anything at the moment.
That's
so it
exactly.
could be-
Well, they're doing something.
They're
but they said
doing
it was-
something, is what I'm.
They said it was bigger than Shadow of the Colossus, though. So
Siphon Filter 1, 2, and 3 collection. I don't know.
to be fair, that like Sony's just remaking a whole fucking load of
Yeah,
games at the
they've-
moment. So
And, well, it's been successful, so can't fault them for it.
I'd say potential 3. I don't say interest level if it was announced 8.
Like a 7.
Siphon Filter 1 to 3. Absolutely loved those games when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Loved them. Played them at my friend's place all the time. We'd just play through them over and over and over. Siphon Filter 1 to 3. So yeah, I'd be really, really excited, but I don't see the potential there. And then yeah, what was the other one was Just Cause 4 by someone.
A new machine.
Yep. So for Just Cause 4 potential.
It's on the list, on the Walmart list.
Yeah. So going by what we've talked about this week, 10.
10, yeah. It's going to happen.
Interest level 1. I haven't played any of them.
Yeah, be 1 as well.
Don't really care, but yeah, I'd say that's a 10. It's good. All right. That was good. I hope we didn't break any laws by just using people's stuff they wrote on Facebook, but
If
it's
not,
Facebook.
I guess this episode's getting taken down.
I guess.
That's how it works, right?
All right. Let's just skip every trophy counts. There was a couple things to talk about, but nothing super important. That was great. There was that Rainbow Skies had trophy list up. Looks RPG, doesn't look. They already said in a blog post later when someone asked them or something like that on a different website that none of the trophies are missable. So that's all we really care about. It looks easier than the first game's list. Other than that, nothing super exciting this week. So let's just wrap up the show because it's been a decent length.
Yeah.
Once again, just reiterating what we went over a bit earlier, twitch.tv/Explosion Network if you want to watch all the E3 stuff with us there. If not, you can probably head on over to there. You can head on over to youtube.com/Explosion Network to find the full ones. I think I'll put up the full ones and then like cut out the bits as well, just because there'll be like talk in between and stuff. So I'll probably do both versions for this. And then head on over to explosionnetwork.com. We'll have everything up on a page there. I'm going to hope to get explosionnetwork.com/E3, I guess, is what it'll potentially be.
Will that be taken?
Well, no, we'll find out. I'll commit. Either way,
On
explosionnetwork.com.
our own website, will that URL be taken?
I don't know how it works. I might change it though. I don't want to look at it.
E3
explosionnetwork.com. You can find all our E3 content going up on there. Get really excited. Get really pumped. Looking forward to it. And then the last thing, of course, 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday for the live Platinum Explosion. And that week's episode will be late because we're going to be doing it then after the show. Blah, 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 blah. Don't forget to follow Plat Podcast, which is the Twitter account for this show. Don't forget to head on over to Explosion Pod on Twitter also and follow that one because this is a product of the Explosion Network. Where can people follow you, Ash?
You can follow me on Twitter at Ashley Hobley, ASHLEYHOBLEY. It's a thing.
You can follow me on Twitter at Vivaladil, VIVALADI. L. Thank you for letting me use all your information for free, and thank you for turning up,
suckers.
Ash. It's probably time for you to go. It's time for you to go to bed properly.
Yeah, I definitely needed to go to bed.
Night, everyone. Bye.
Night.
Afternoon, morning, whatever time.
Whatever time it is.
Plat plat.
Hey, Ashley here to let you know what you need to know about the Explosion Network in June 2018. Pleasure Explosion is coming to an end. On Thursday, the 21st of June, the Explosion Network's original podcast will play that signature guitar riff one more time as we retire the show at episode 69.
Nice!
If you have any favorite moments or questions or even random topics, it's Pleasure Explosion after all. Throw random shit. Tweet them at ExplosionPod with the hashtag Pleasure69 or email us at pleasure@explosionnetwork.com. June means E3, so make sure to check out explosionnetwork.com for all our E3 coverage and react. Tales of Theldon's whole first season is now available to binge listen to. Is that even a thing? Our D&D audio drama is available at explosionnetwork.com, iTunes, and all other good podcasting services. Thank you to everyone who's listened, and if you haven't yet, now's the time. If you're watching Westworld Season 2 at the moment, make sure to follow our Twitch at twitch.tv/Explosion Network for Bevanworld, our Westworld after show where we break down every episode. Watch live on Twitch or find it on YouTube at youtube.com/Explosion Network and podcast services including iTunes the day after airing. And of course, you can find all our other great podcasts, articles, and other explosive content like What Do You Want to Watch at explosionnetwork.com. So until next time, keep consuming our content, I guess?
Welcome to Platinum.
Hang on. Is this a plane going over?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll put this at the end of the episode. I have to,
Yeah.
surely.
Sure, why not?